What's good, y'all? It's your man BBondz, and I'm back. Just a little tidbit, real quick. Just wanted to holler at you. Now, you know what I've been noticing a lot since coming back into this music industry space and working with independent artists as well as artists who aren't independent, those who are signed. And I tell you, one of the things that I've seen that's been so crazy is just how fast people give up on their blessings, how fast people give up on their dreams because it gets a little rough. It gets a little rough. Now, look, nobody told y'all that it was going to be easy. The average time expectancy, I guess you would say, for someone to go from amateur to breaking in the industry by getting signed, just by getting signed, is usually somewhere around by 8 years. It usually takes somebody about 8 years to be able to go from their first demo or just, realizing who they are as an artist to getting signed. Some artists, it's been longer. DMX, it took him about 15 years. Jay-Z took him almost 15 years as well, probably even longer than that. But one thing that they didn't do is when times got hard, times got rough, they did not give up. They kept moving forward because they believed in their dreams and they wanted to move forward. They wanted to make it. That was the end all goal. So, recently what I've seen is I've seen an artist that, has been working pretty hard and making headway. Now, this artist has been doing it, putting in time for maybe about somewhere around 5 years max. And, I just saw this artist just totally give up on their dream just because it got a little rough. I guess money stopped coming in like it was supposed to be. And, I guess shows dried up or they had some type of life situation that happened to them and just totally just devastated them and demoralized them to the point where they just totally gave up. The crazy part about it is that 2 months later, this artist got an opportunity of a lifetime for them to take in their current stage right now. Not talking about like Super Bowls, shit like that. No, this artist got an opportunity of a lifetime for their current, their current position in this music thing, and couldn't take it because they had given up and they didn't have any more resources and they didn't have anything, prepared for them to be able to take advantage of this once in a lifetime opportunity. And I just sat back and watched this whole thing unfold, and it was just so eye-opening. You know what I'm saying? It just was an eye-opening situation for me to be able to see it, in real time. And it just, left a stain on my brain that told me that, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult the rain is coming, life is life and troubles are brewing, don't give up. Keep going forward. You never know. You could be right there at the doorstep of your dream, right there, almost in reach, fingertips reach from making this thing happen. You got to keep moving. It only gets hard when you're close. That's it. That's what I've seen every single time. It only gets hard when you are close. Now, I've had a situation like this, and I'll tell you a quick story about it. Back in the day, I was working with Universal and Universal Republic. Shout out to Bobby and Water Music, which is now Water Music. But back then it was called Smack Entertainment. Shout out to Bobby, shout out to Eric, shout out to S, shout out to who else? Mike. Yeah, shout out to all them guys, Renegade Fox. So I was working with these guys. We had an office in Carlstadt, New Jersey. And I was working with them, for a while. And, we were moving, traveling, going to see different cities, different events. The music was out there, but it wasn't moving as fast as I wanted to or expected it to. So once that happened, I was in Miami and I was working down there. We were putting on a big show, a big party, a single release party down there. And they sent me down there for like a month to set it up. And I just, over that time, that month period, I set it up, I had the time of my life, And the party was crazy. You know, it was at an old bus station down in Miami. And after the event, you know, I was just like, okay, well, what's next? You know, I know I'm about to go back to New York. What's next? And I just got impatient. And I said, you know what, man, this isn't moving fast enough for me. I want something else. I'm, you know, trying to go with another company where, you know, it's a little bit more established so that, you know, I can work and know and feel that, you know, I'm closer to my goals, closer to my dreams. So I told the guys, I said, look, man, you know what? This ain't working out for me. I'm about to be out. And I started interviewing. And I had an interview with Universal Motown. That didn't work. And then I did get on at Bad Boy, you know, right directly after my interview at Universal Motown. But the thing is that even though I had sided up with Bad Boy Entertainment, you know, the illustrious Bad Boy, about maybe 4 or 5 months after leaving that same company over in Jersey, I was in a meeting with Harv, and Harv Pierre, who was the president of Bad Boy. We were leaving a meeting at the Interscope building. And no, actually we were coming to a meeting at the Interscope building, and lo and behold, as we were walking in, I saw the same guys that I had left walking out of the Interscope building. So I stopped them and I was like, you know, what y'all doing over here? What y'all doing? What's going on? What's up? What y'all doing? I hadn't seen them since that time. And I was like, yeah, man, we just cut this, you know, record on Lionel Richie, and, you know, we got all these placements, and, you know, shit is moving. Everybody's driving brand new cars. The company is, you know, evaluated at, you know, $4 or $5 million now, and everybody's on salary, and, you know, and sure enough, you know what I'm saying? They did, you know, I Call It Love by Lionel Richie, and they were all over the billboards. They was all working with Stargate at the time, just putting up hits on everybody, hits. And I just sat there for a minute because I was Harv Pierre's secretary. Well, I guess you would call it his secretary. I was his assistant. And these guys would just, you know, smiles on their faces, big smiles. You know, I called some of them up later. You know, they got houses that they done bought. They rolling around in Maseratis, and Porsches, and getting publishing checks, and the whole nine, man. The whole nine. Now, had I just stayed put, I was right there on the blessing. I was at the doorstep. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to leave. But because I got anxious and impatient, I made the decision to bounce because I needed and wanted and thought I wanted something bigger and better. So that's something that you guys should definitely know, is that, look, man, stay put, have patience, and see it through. You know, my pastor back in the day, he had this series called Finish. And I pretty much didn't realize or appreciate that sermon until right now. You got to finish, you know, you got to finish. When you start something, finish it. See it through to the end. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard the storms of life are raging, just, man, stick it out. Trust me, stick it out. Had I stuck it out with those guys, Smack, which is now called Water Music, shout out to Water Music, probably be a different situation right now, you know. But that's one of life's lessons, you know, and I got a lot of them. I've learned a lot in these now 19 years, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry. And it's been a great ride, but that's just a little something I wanted to drop to you guys, man. You know, stay patient, man. Stay patient, stay vigilant, and just don't quit. Keep moving, because even a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. Remember that. All right, your time is coming. You up next. So embody that energy and work. All right, just work. So y'all know what my motto is. Positive minds move forward. Just want to give you guys a little bit of you know, good words, some gems, as well as a story to go with it. So take that 2-piece and a biscuit and like, share, and subscribe. Get at me later. All right. I'm out here with my son in the pool. So I'm about to enjoy daddy time. I'm going to get with y'all later. Peace.
I said something, go get you a gun. Got out on building, I went on the run. My mom had to talk to a her son. I didn't see no mercy in the eyes of the judge, so I ain't never been back. Spend your being pulling off of some.